What's up, guys? It's Jonathan here at the Chicago Auto Show, talking everything Ford. We're going to be looking at all of the Ford vehicles, starting with the most popular ones that are going on right now. Of course, there's the Ford GT500. Here, we're going to start with the GT500. This is the latest and greatest Ford Mustang right now. This is the one that everyone's been talking about. Made also famous by Shmi, as he did his Shmi 150 tour around the USA in his Grava Lime. This is the blue color. Alright guys, let's go check out inside here. Not too different from a regular Mustang. One of the big controversial things about this vehicle is that it does have this rotary knob. I don't know why Ford continues to want to do this. So other than that, carbon fiber up here. Actually, the carbon fiber looks good and not pretty cheap. The Alcantara on the steering wheel also feels good. It's a nice quality. There is a bit of leather at the very bottom here, but the rest of it, also with the 12 o'clock stripe, is the Alcantara. As you can see, a lot of people are asking about the paddle shifter. I think a lot of people, if they're not too familiar with the vehicle's detail, they do expect the car to have some type of manual transmission. And even if you're not going to have transmission, I think it should at least have a more masculine shifter here. But it is what it is. Ford did that, of course, because, you know, they feel that the automatic transmission was able better to handle the power and the torque. And you've got the GT500 chassis number up here. And even though it's not crazily more designed than a, you know, regular Mustang, people instantaneously know what it is. They know what it is, and which is actually what's surprising to me, because it doesn't look too far off from a regular Mustang if you just glance, but most people do know what this is. Let's go check out the Mach 1. Hey guys, real quick, we're going to go inside of the Mach 1, and what you're going to see instantaneously over the GT500 is you have a real shifter. Now, this is an automatic, but you still do have, not the rotary dial. And for some people, that's enough to sway them over to this vehicle. You still have the gauge clusters up here. You've got their Mach 1 plaque on the side there. Same usable back seat. It is still a Mustang after all. And you no longer have the carbon fiber, you have this brushed metal look. Alright guys, here is a 2021 Ford EcoSport. Now this one retails as shown here for about $28,000. Again, this is a smaller vehicle if you or just need something to get around town in. Maybe you have a long commute. This is an option for you. If you're in the market, I want to show you everything about this. This is a hi little kid. This is a hi little kid's mom. And this is a vehicle that's a four-wheel drive here. Where is the gauge? Oh, and it's open this way. That's interesting. Now, it is worth noting that if you're parking along the street, this is the way that you're going to enter the street, so it's okay that it opens this way, but that's definitely different. Not many vehicles have that. What that also means that you have a higher load area with the C-pillar coming down right here. It's more of a box area, so you should be able to put a lot in here, especially once you fold down the seats. You've got this partial shelf that is light, easily removable, I'll say flimsy. And then you've got some additional shelf here, I guess, that you can put up here. It looks like it. I'm trying to do this with one hand, you guys. There you go. It kind of slides down, so if you want to put something flat, that's actually a really cool idea. That is on a hydraulic lift, so that doesn't just slam close and slams shut. All right, guys, we're gonna go inside here really quickly, and it's okay. It's okay. This tablet here definitely helps modernize this otherwise pretty standard and Ford Focus-esque interior. Even smaller LCD screen here, or digital in the center. Everything else is all analog, which is okay, but it is quite dark in here, even with this moonroof, which I must say is quite small. You've got everything. Is your auto start a physical button for that. You've got the USBs, no USB-C, but there is a 12-volt outlet here. And you've got, of course, the traditional Ford toothpaste green everything. This steering wheel is not the greatest. I will say we've been in smaller vehicles, less expensive vehicles with nicer steering wheels. This is like an injection molding little. And then we've got this door card here, which is pretty much all one piece, but it is a very hard plastic except for this part here. I wish they had done more of this material on the door, would have helped out a lot. But again, this vehicle is only $27,000, but $27,000 is $27,000, and at this price there's a lot of other vehicles competing in this market. So, but if you like the style of this vehicle, and you like the utility I mean really is this box shape in the background, and this C-pillar really helps be able to load things in and to move things around. Actually, I can see that this floor actually drops down almost like a stadium seating that you would see. If you're going to sit inside, you've got your feet actually fit really flush, and there's actually quite a bit of space in here, albeit there's not a lot of space in the cargo room with the seats up. But you know, if you're just a single person, maybe moving dogs, cats, small furniture, that's a pretty good vehicle for you. So worth looking at for the price, but also at the price, I want to encourage you to please look at other vehicles in this, because there are some creature comforts that this vehicle doesn't offer at this price range, and you might be better off going somewhere else. But if you like the style of this, definitely come check out the Ford EcoSport. We're going to look at some other vehicles in this class within Ford that you could also consider. Alright guys, one of the cars that you could also consider if you're not also looking, if you need something a little bit bigger than that EcoSport, this is a 2021 Ford Escape all-wheel drive. Now the Escape is redesigned, I think as of the 2020 or 2019 model year, they did redesign it. Give it this little bit of a, I would say, polarizing look. Some people like it, some people don't. You see these a lot, I've seen them a lot lately in Miami as rental cars, and perhaps that's the market. This is perhaps a fleet car for Ford. This one starts, as shown here, is about $38,000, so about $10,000 more than what you saw in the EcoSport. But for $10,000 more, you get quite a bit more. What you're going to get here is this fully digital gauge cluster, which looks nice. You still have this upright infotainment screen, but the layout and everything is a little bit nicer if you're okay with the rotary gear selector here. This one has a USB-C, as the EcoSport only had the USB, but it has one of each. You've got your volume controls here, very nice to touch. Rubberization on the volume controls. You've got the lane keeping, lane departure. You also have autonomous cruise control. And then you've got, let's see up here, lights up here. They are the regular incandescent, but you do have LED lighting up here. Yeah, again, you've got this higher floor that I'm seeing, I guess, and also in the EcoSport, you've got this higher floor, so your knees should be pretty flush. Yeah, there's not that much angle to this, so this is actually really comfortable. I am sitting pretty upright, so I don't know if I can adjust this. There we go, I can adjust this. So this is a very comfortable place to be. The only thing I would say we want to add on this one is probably some a sunroof, just to open it up a little bit. The door sills are, yeah, the door sills, like the EcoSport, are pretty high, so that does darken it inside here a little bit. Let's go check out the back of this. You've got a power lift gate here, and then the traditional way doesn't open to the side like the EcoSport does. Oh, but this also gives you lots and lots of space. Yeah, so I mean, between the EcoSport, unless you just really, really want the EcoSport, this is probably a better vehicle to get for $10,000 more. It's worth the stretch for as much as you're getting with this vehicle. All right, guys, this is the 2021 Ford Expedition. This is very nice looking in black here. As shown here, this one's about $65,000. Let's go inside and see what you get for that. Of course, Ford is still doing that, even with this vehicle, is that rotary gear. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think you guys know by now. Let me turn this off. Of course, you've got a bigger gauge cluster here. I would like to see a full instrumentation with a digital gauge. You've got a huge cover just for the 12 volt here. And let's see if we've got, yes, wireless charging here. And then you've got USB and USB-C here. Yes, you can see it from the other Ford products. This one is definitely is ready for an update as far as interior-wise, infotainment-wise. That F-150 screen inside here would look amazing. What also looks amazing though is this panoramic roof that's up here. It goes all the way over the back seats. There's no third one like we saw in some other vehicles, but that's okay. Perhaps that'll come with the update. You've got a traditional, very traditional, old school coin separator here, and lots of plastic. I don't know, $65,000. If you really need it, the 60, for this, I don't know. There's other more updated vehicles, but if this is your style, this is what you like, I'm showing you, this is what you can get. The opening for the Ford Expedition does open all the way up. And luckily here, you don't have to break your back. You've got power folding for both second and third rows. Looks like the third row here has a USB on both sides. And this would be considered the trunk area. There is a 12 volt direct outlet here. You've got your tire jack right here because I believe the spare is held, yes, a full-size spare underneath the vehicle. So all right, guys, here's one that is not for sale, so there's no pricing on it, but this is the Ford Edge Performance Edition. So we're going to show you here, of course, indicated by the Ford Performance here at the bottom. And then you've got this really nice vertical screen here. I'm going to turn this on really quickly if I can. If it will let me, maybe. Let's see. There we go. Just want to turn the volume down. Very nice. Here, I'm going to actually play with this a little bit so you guys can see if you haven't seen this layout before. Very nice and easy to use. Very responsive. Yeah, somewhat responsive. Somewhat responsive. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You've got Apple CarPlay, which you can connect to. You have Android Audio really quickly here. I like how the volume controls are physical, but then you have also touch screens here. It's important to have this volume control, especially as we go into so much of a digital world where everything is touch. It's harder to do these kind of things while you're driving. Power buttons right here, volumes here. Interior, it's like, okay, you've got, this is really old school for Ford. You've got the gauge cluster, the speedometer in the center, that's analog, and then two little screens. Let me see if I can wake these up. There we go. You have two little digital screens off to the side. That's pretty old school Ford. The only thing that's new is this. This would be so much better if it was a full digital gauge cluster. I can't imagine that would be that much more expensive to do. You do have a really nice panoramic roof that kind of curves over to the back seat as well. This is only a 5-seat vehicle, so that should mean we should have good cargo space. So let's go check that out. I wish there was a pricing on this for you guys because this might be also an alternative over getting the Escape if you're not crazy about the styling on that. Lots of space here. Yeah, way, lots of space. Grocery hangers here, partial cover here that might be able to be stored and hidden underneath here. I don't think so. You have electronically folding back seat. You've got a 12 volt socket here, more cowl hangers on this side. Alright guys, here I'm at the all new 2021 Ford Explorer Timberline. This is a new trim that they're doing with this. I think like Subaru is also doing something like this with making their cars a trim that's a little bit more rugged. I forget what Subaru's is called, but I believe this is going to be going on, this trim line, this edition is going to be on for all of the Ford products. Don't quote me, but for sure the Explorer is getting it and it's here right now. Now it's on display, so we're not going to be able to actually go inside of it and look at it. But you actually can see definitely get beefier tires. You got some plastic molding around here to beef it up a little bit. tires are actually, the wheels are actually really nice. So you've got these like driving lights that are integrated right here. That is very nicely done. Very nice integration here. You got the orange here for the Timberline accent here, the gold tow hooks and the front here. It actually looks really good. Could probably do it with a roof rack, something a little bit more, you know, rugged on the top. But yeah, overall not good. Pretty good. Alright guys, here we're at the 2021 Ford Bronco Sport. Now this is a 2021 because this was of course launched before the full-size Bronco. As you walk inside, you've got this incredible cinematic. Let me see if I can start that again. You've got this cinematic view of the Bronco running against the western sky there. That's beautiful. That's a really nice screen with the full LED in the side, and then you've got the analog gauges, of course, to the side. Much like we saw in the Escape, you've got the controls up here. This is using the updated sync network, and you've got USB-C, of course, just one of one. And unlike we had in the Escape, where I said you should probably have rubberization around the controls, this one does have that with digital readout for your temperature controls. Actually, it's quite small inside of here, and what you were thinking. If you want something a little bit bigger, you might want to go up to the full-size Bronco. Let's go check out the back really quickly. This is, of course, the very, very popular vehicle, so I'm trying to do this quickly so people can have their turn here. Window seals are about the same height as they are on the Bronco. I'm sorry, on the Escape, so you're not gonna get. So it's still a little bit dark back here. That sunroof, it would definitely benefit from a panoramic roof, but I don't know if that is available. You do have this beam here. Looks like that's for structural rigidity, and you've got LED lighting in the front of the top here. Very interesting feature here on the back is that you've got these pockets here that zip, that control the entire. You can actually stick things inside of here and close them away. That's a pretty nice feature. Back here in the seat, you've got the 12-volt outlet here, so no USB, no USB-C actually that I see. I'm gonna pull this down. Yeah, it's a Sport. It's a good reiteration of what they did with the full-size one, but if you're looking at this vehicle and you've got a family, definitely something you want to be able, you need to go to Ford and actually look at the vehicle, because it is smaller than what I was thinking it was going to be, especially inside. And you know, the back of the seats are also rubberized, so you can lay these flat, throw something in there without it harming the vehicle too much. And then if it's going to slide down, you're going to come right back onto here. So this is something that you need to know. Maybe you want to put some type of protection here, because anything you slide out is also going to get scratched up. Underneath here, you've got looks like a full-size spare, so that's a little reassurance there. You've got a 12-volt bolt here in the back, and some hooks for groceries, 1, 2, 3, 4, and also a light that illuminates right here. These are LED lights. This is the Outer Banks model, by the way, guys, if you're wondering. This is there's not showing it for sale, so it seems like here that anything that's not for sale, Ford is not putting a price on, so we're not going to be able to see that. As you can see, there's a lot of people around this one. This is getting a lot of attention, but you know, I don't know how we'll continue to do, because it is really small in there, and it's really not that much to it, to be honest. Really great look, but not too much inside. All right, guys, so we came outside here and for more Broncos here at the, let's call it the stable. Less people out here. This is definitely the side that's more, judging by just the lines itself, this is the side that has a lot more people waiting in line. You see, it goes all the way back there. These are people who want to drive the new Bronco on this off-road course they have here. Kind of similar to what they've got here at Jeep, but Jeeps is all inside, Ford's outside. This is a line for Ford, the Mustang. So comparatively speaking, everybody's going for the Bronco. So let's go check this out. All right, guys, we're here at the full-size Bronco. We've looked at the Sport. This is going to be the full-size Bronco. This is one that's going to be going directly against the Jeep Wrangler. This is the one that Ford has put a lot of work into, and unlike certain cars, let's say, talk about the Ford Mach E, perhaps like the Defender, the new Land Rover Defender, this is the one that Ford got pretty right in everyone's eyes, including mine. A lot of cool things in here that you don't really see on the modern cars a lot of times, one of which is a manual transmission. Look at that. They have this looks like 8 speeds, but actually what is the 6-speed with a reverse, and then this lower one right here, that's a crawl mode right there. So you've got disconnecting sway bars at the front, just like in the Jeep. You've got 4-wheel drive, just like in the Jeep, and you've got a manual transmission. That is pretty awesome. Also, just like the Jeeps here, you've got the roof is retractable and a cloth top. The doors are able to come off. This particular model doesn't show that. Let's open this back. Let's go in the back here really quick. I want to show you. Back seats are pretty utilitarian. You've got this mesh here. This actually, you can actually hold things onto here. There's a 7-pound weight limit, but you can actually hold things on. You've got a net right here. It has rubberized mats. You can lift these up, and they have drain ports, so you can actually wipe these out, rinse these out, whatever you need. Let's go over to the back up here. You're going to see at the very top back here, that's actually a bottle opener. That's on the back C pillar there, or perhaps D pillar, depending on how you look at it. These speakers are actually at the very top, right there, so there's one on each side. This vehicle, as you can imagine, is getting a lot of attention. Nice grab handle here for getting inside the vehicle. You've got your Ford plaque here with the VIN number located right here. Down here, you've got your connectivity, so that gives you, again, like we've seen with most of the Fords, gives you the USB, USB-C. You've got a mount here that people are saying that is used for a GoPro here, something that I think Ram also started doing that. So really nice that they did that. Like we saw inside too, you've got the auxiliary cables here. Well, they're not the best feeling, but it is cool that they have that feature. The glove box on this one is locked, and that's pretty much it. It's nice. It's nice inside. Let me know, guys. You think it's better than nicer than the Jeep? It's definitely more room inside than what we were seeing in the Jeep. Also, these doors are detachable, so that means all your window controls are in the center here. So there's front, rear, right there. In the back seat, they are located right here, along with a USB and USB-C. A step sign here that says no step. This is the Black Diamond Edition. This color is really rare. I think it's called Cactus, I believe. Yes, Cactus Gray. We also saw a Maverick on the electrified side that also had this color, which is really nice. Looks great in the sunlight. This is going to be the 2-door version of it, or as you might want to call it, the OJ version of it. You can imagine a lot of these are going to be sold in white. And that's it, guys. That's everything Ford here at the Chicago Auto Show 2021. We're going to go back inside. We're going to check out some new cars.